Good morning students. Welcome to your education online class. Today we will start discussing the characteristics of non-formal education, and in the previous video we have seen that non-formal education is not like formal education and not even like informal education, isn't it? So non-formal education, by the name we can understand that it is not so much formal like formal education. What is the difference, basic difference between the formal and non-formal? Because it is formal education, it is conducted in school premise or in college or university with a special infrastructure, but non-formal education is not conducted within the boundary of the school, college or university. It is not also like incidental education or informal education like family members or the society members from where they are learning whatever they are learning and they are trying to imitate. They are leading their life with imitation. So not that simple as well, but some flexibilities and some type of less rigid is non-formal education. Today we are going to start with characteristics of non-formal education. It is a quite a long one, so half of the points we will discuss today in this video, and the remaining points we are going to discuss in the next video. So for first one is less control on factors of education. See, in school we have seen that in formal education system there are 4 factors. The school first one is student, teacher, school and curriculum. But here in case of non-formal education we are seeing that there are some flexibilities, and no such means any educated people can teach those who are qualified. They don't need any special degree. Those who are able of drawing, suppose he is becoming a drawing teacher. Those who are able to sing, they are becoming singing teacher. So some professional persons are not required in case of, so less control on the factors. Those means not a requirement of making any school building, infrastructure, lab, assembly hall, all these rigidity are not required in case of non-formal education. So factors of education are flexible. Duration is lifespan. So as I have told you right at the beginning that in case of non-formal education you can enter learning. See, if you want to learn music, if you want to learn guitar, if you want to learn drama, anything, any type of co-curricular activity or any recitation, if you want to learn, you don't need any age, isn't it? In age of 7 also you can enter, and at the age of 70 also you can enter. It is your wish, and throughout the life you can learn, because these types of no learning is having an end. Learning is an ever ending, never ending process. So when you start something you can continue it throughout your life. But in case of formal education it is not allowed, you know very well, because there are fixed curriculum and in fixed time you have to finish, and evaluation and examination process is also very strict in case of formal system of education. But here you can, as the duration is lifespan, anytime you can enter, anytime if you have any inconvenience or any problem you are facing you can leave. Next is curriculum can be adjusted. See, if you are unable to learn something, the syllabus of the curriculum is adjusted in case of non-formal education, which is absolutely not possible in case of formal education, isn't it? The curriculum is fixed, 5 to 6 chapters you have to read, or maybe 10, maybe 12, I am not sure, I am not telling that. Means the number of chapters, and the syllabus is fixed right from the beginning of the year. When you are giving your, especially when you are giving your board exams, you have to follow the rules and regulations strictly, isn't it? There is no options of flexibility. So curriculum can be adjusted in case of, suppose you are prepared with 10 to 12 things and you need to learn 15 or 16. So these 4 are adjusted. Okay, they will not come in your examination, or you can leave, you can do it in the next year. So these type of flexibilities are there in non-formal system. Non-formal education can meet the individual need. See, as we are doing these non-formal activities beyond the boundary of school. This provides us with some pleasure inside us, isn't it? We feel like, yes, we are very happy. When we are doing something, it also provides us with recreations that we will read later on. The remaining characteristics we will read. We are learning with fun because there's no some strict regulations that yes, you have to, you're bound to do. Whenever someone will tell you that you have to do, you feel least interested about that. If flexibility is provided to you, then only you get interesting. Actually, in my case, that happens. When flexibility is provided, I work better. If someone will tell that you have to do, I never work in a proper way. It is my nature, maybe bad or good, that I don't know, but it happens with many of us. Actually, when something is a passion, you like to do it. When it becomes your what shall I say, you have to do that, then you lose slowly the interest. So it also meets your individual desire. Finally, it is less expensive. It is very easy to understand that non-formal education is less expensive. Why? Because it don't, such as I have told you, like formal system of education, it don't need any infrastructure, it don't need any special setup, it can be conducted anywhere. Flexibility is there, and that's why by materials and by making good buildings and in school classrooms and also etc., what are required in case of formal education, non-formal education does not need, and that is why it is less expensive. And different types of materials are also sold in market. In case of learning, in case of any type of art and craft or any type of work or activity, what you are you can control your expenditure if you want. Do you know what I do you understand what I want to mean? That you can control your expenditure, which a school or a college or a formal institution cannot provide you. There are some fixed expenditure what you have to bear in case of formal education. Thus, non-formal education is a little bit less expensive than formal education. So half of the points we have discussed. Remaining points we are going to discuss in the third part of the non-formal video. Thank you so much.